I struggle a lot with low self-esteem and body image issues. I find it hard to have a realistic body goal due to overwhelming social media steroid users. Social media's unrealistic, natural physiques raised my standard for my fitness goals, and I find myself unable to achieve it without taking PEDs. Let me tell you something that happened at my job the other day. For those of you who don't know, I work at a health store. What basically happened was I had these 3 kids come in, and I don't want to slander them at all. I don't want to be that person who, is talking about their body or anything like that. But these guys were really skinny. They kind of reminded me actually of what I looked like before I went on my fitness journey. They were probably hovering around 65 kilograms, maybe even less than that, probably around 60. And they came in and they asked, do we do BPC 157? So if you don't know what BPC 157 is, it's a synthetic peptide that is being used for muscle growth, specifically muscle relaxation and restoring it and getting it to grow bigger, right? So these guys are talking to me about this. First of all, the number one red flag is I go, oh, the peptide. Bro, they look at me, they have nothing. They're like, I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. They don't even know what they're asking for. And there's a lot of people out there who just have heard all of these things on TikTok about steroids and about BPC 157 and about peptides and SARMs and whatnot, and they literally do not know what they are talking about. So if you're similar to this guy, let me lay out the reasons why I don't think that you should be doing steroids, and at the end of the video I will give you the one very niche situation where I would actually say, okay, fair enough. Please subscribe and like this video, and then go down to the description and join my Discord where you can message me for more fitness tips. So I'm sure you guys have heard about Jax Fit, but just in case you haven't, let me tell you the story of this influencer. This guy started out really skinny, and when I say really skinny, I mean he was really skinny, and he started this journey of trying to bulk up. Now, a lot of people say different things about Jax Fit, about how he doesn't work hard enough, about how he doesn't push to failure. Like the joke is like, Jax Fit, he like pushes to mild discomfort and then he just bins off the set, right? But that's not what I'm here to talk about today. What I want you to realize is Jax Fit right now is on steroids. Keeping in mind, it is his job now to be a fitness influencer. He has absolutely nothing else to do but lift weights and eat the amount of food that he wants. This is his job. It's not like you. You have school to go to. You have a job to go to. You actually have a life and you have a career that you're trying to pursue, perhaps. This guy doesn't have anything like that. He's paid to become a fitness influencer, and he's on steroids, and this is how he looks now. Okay? Let this image right here tell you exactly why I don't want you to do steroids. You can do steroids and you can just completely not get the gains that you thought you were going to get, whilst you are completely wrecking your system and completely destroying your testosterone levels. For reference, this is me, and I'm completely natural. I have never taken steroids in my life, and this is Jax Fit, okay? So many people have gotten this idea from TikTok that if they take steroids, they're instantly going to look like Sam Sulek, or they're instantly going to look like Chris Bumstead or someone like that. This isn't the truth. You need to put in the hard work. And if I'm talking about these kids who came into the store the other day and asked me this question, I'm looking at them. I know they don't eat enough, and I know they don't go to the gym enough. I suspect of these guys that they haven't gone through even close to the fitness journey that I've gone through, and I've not taken steroids. What they're going to end up doing is taking steroids and then still not being good in the gym, and then basically just getting up to a level that's even below mine, and they're completely destroying their body. So here are the 5 things that I'm trying to tell you and why I don't think that you should do steroids. Number 1, if you're new in the gym, you should actually start lifting. Lift for a long time, and this goes into my step 2 here, which is reach your natural limit. The natural limit, your natural physical limit, depending on obviously when you start, is probably going to be around 8 to 10 years when you're in the gym. I'm not even nowhere near my natural limit, I'll be for real. I think taking steroids before you reach your natural limit is such a shame, because you don't actually know what your optimal body looks like without any artificial boost, without any artificial aids. That's without saying that perhaps there's a point where you are guaranteed to take steroids in your life. The best time for you to take steroids would be when you are at your natural limit, because then you can go above your natural limit. For example, let's talk back to Jax Fit for example. He's nowhere near his natural limit. What he's done is he's taken steroids at level 1 and he's reached level 10. Okay, Most people are at level 10 after like 4 years or 3 years of training anyway. I'm probably at level 10 or above level 10, for example. If I took steroids now, for example, I would make it up to level 20, let's say. But I'm going to reach level 20 anyway later on in my life. Why am I destroying, my body and my endocrine system, my testosterone system, in order to just get there a little bit quicker? Like, am I really that impatient? This goes on to the next thing that I was going to talk about, which is building a natural body sets you up for life because you have the discipline of actually doing it the proper way, of doing it the hard way, not cutting corners, not choosing the easy way out. Like, I can tell you this from the bottom of my heart, bro. Doing this lifting journey that I've been on has completely changed my life in every single aspect. I am more confident in social situations. I am more confident in my career. I wouldn't have made this account if I wasn't lifting. If I wasn't in this fitness industry, if I wasn't on this journey, and I thought, well, perhaps there's something that I could tell someone else that would make their journey go quicker and keep them safe in the gym. The fourth thing that I would say here as well is if you're considering taking steroids because you think that a girl is going to find it attractive, or if you think, I don't know, a boy is going to find it attractive, or they, them, or whatever you want to say, right? Not only are you sorely mistaken, but also you will get acne all over your body, bro. Have you seen the backs of these people who are taking steroids? They are atrocious, and their face as well, but you get acne all over. So steroids aren't even efficient for that part of your life, for that field that you might think it is improving. It's actually not. And the last thing that I'll say that I've actually been touching on so far in this video is it will kill your testosterone levels. Essentially, all steroids are some kind of variant of artificial testosterone. If you look at all of like the chemical compounds, they almost look exactly the same as testosterone. Now what happens is when it's a hormone, if you intake it, your body thinks, oh okay, I don't need to use this anymore. And especially if you're young, imagine you're growing up and you are intaking testosterone, your body is going to actually develop to a point where it says, oh, we don't need to make testosterone anymore. We're not even going to develop the system behind it. So you're going to be taking it, let's say you're 16 right now, you're 17, you're 18. You're going to be taking testosterone and you're going to have to be on it for like the rest of your life. You're going to be like 26, you come off of it, bro, you're going to be like infertile at 29. You're going to have like no testosterone. You're going to be depressed, bro. I'm be for real. Because there's so many people who take testosterone and they come off of it or they come off steroids and they get so depressed. And that's not something that I want to see in my community. That's not something that I think is good. It's definitely not worth it, that's for sure. Now, these are the two situations where I feel like, okay, fair enough when I see someone doing steroids or considering doing steroids. Number one is if you dream to be the Mr. Olympia champion, because it is basically the only way of you getting there, and you have the genetics in order to get you there. Now, the important thing here is you will have to have the genetics. And if you don't know if you have the genetics, then you don't have them, because they are so 1% that they will be super noticeable. Your shoulders should be wide as hell, and your waist should be slim as anything, and your legs should just come straight out, and your calf should be huge. If you have like one of these but you don't have the rest, there's no point in you taking it, because you're never going to win the Mr. Olympia. I don't want to crush your dreams. You might win like a local bodybuilding competition, but is that worth it for you? The last thing that I would say is when you're 65 plus, like age-wise, which isn't the people who are going to be watching this video, I'll be for real, but perhaps maybe when you reach 65, what, in like 50 years or something? 40 years? Then I would say, yeah, take testosterone. I personally would take testosterone when I get to 65, because your body just stops making it, and then you start getting a whole bunch of different health defects from it, which is avoidable by taking testosterone. So I will probably be taking it when I'm 65, but that's not really something that I class so much as a steroid, because it's something that you're missing that is being added onto your diet. It's just like hormone replacement therapy. It's basically like a supplement, in my opinion. Watch this video here to see exactly what a day of bulking looks like. Hopefully you can do that instead of doing steroids, bro.